Well, just to continue, this one gal that I came across, her name was Radia Gleese. And just in case you want to follow up with her, I thought she had a lot of good things to say. And I really appreciated the quotes. Her first quote came from Robert Brine. The purpose of life is a life of purpose. You see, this is why it's so important for us to know our purpose. The purpose of life is simply to have a life of purpose. If you can wake up in the morning and know that you are in the flow of living, that there may be somebody today who needs to hear from you. You might pick up the phone and breathe life towards somebody. You might give somebody a hug who receives so much life in that hug. You may give a word of correction that's going to save somebody's life. You may bless your boss. You may increase your home business. You may just, breathe more life into your own spirit and become that much more fulfilled and strengthened. Just having a life of purpose and not floundering around, flapping around like a fish out of water. Being purposed and centered and focused and knowing, confident that you are moving towards a goal, man, that makes life worth living. And you know what? It's really crucial that we get in touch with our purpose and be satisfied with it. That's another story. Now, Nietzsche is a man that I don't totally agree with, where I don't agree with everything he said, but sometimes you just need to take the meat and spit out the bones, and this was a good piece of meat. Nietzsche said, "He who has a why to live can bear with almost any how." When you know why you're alive, then when hard places come, when trials come, you'll get over them. You make it, it happens. You've heard people say, and I don't know if this exactly fits, but it comes to my heart. Actually, I've said it quite a bit this last while. What doesn't kill you will make you stronger. So, it's like that butterfly coming out of the cocoon. If you break it open to help the butterfly, it'll die because you haven't allowed its muscles to be strengthened, and you haven't allowed it to find that fight that's been built within that little delicate precious butterfly. Well, we too need to get in touch with that fight within us, those things that build up our spiritual muscles and cause us to grow into that person that we're intended to be. So you know what? He who has a why to live can bear with almost any how. That's a good one. I hope you like that too. Now, Charles Kingsley. We act as though luxury and comfort were the chief requirement of life, when all that we need to make us really happy is something to be enthusiastic about. Just think of those days where you were happy doing what you were doing. I think attitude comes into play hugely, greatly, bigly. Attitude's a lot. But if you can be enthusiastic, come with a heart of attitude or gratitude, you know what? It can make a difference in a day. Now, if you will allow me, if you are here because you are curious too about your purpose, another question that this woman brought forward was, with that another sheet of paper, to think back to the way you used to play as a child. How did you play? What came naturally? And she went on to say how when she was a child, she was always teaching. And she's a teacher. She loves to teach. But she would, line up all her little dolls and put them in a desk, and she would teach. And she said she could get lost in that. How glorious to get so clear so quickly. But you know what? The point is to get that piece of paper and start writing these things down. And so I can't remember at this point. I think I did look at that. I did look at that briefly before I went back to that first exercise. And back to the first exercise, if you're ready to get in touch with your purpose and to really get excited about some of those clues that are coming forward for you, get that piece of paper and just start writing down as they come to the top of your head all of those things you do that really bring you joy, that give you fulfillment, the things you even do naturally without thinking about it. I remember part of that video, the fella did say, just don't quit. Just don't quit. You might want to take a break, but come back after your little break. And he said, you write. This is key. This is huge. You write until what you write makes you cry. Are you ready for it? Because then it's coming from the bowels of your being. And there may be points where you might whimper a little bit. Maybe you'll feel the water come up behind your eyes, but it doesn't quite pop. That just means you're hot. You're hot. You're on track. And it's coming. So I release you and I bless you to explore your clues and come a little closer to that place, the truth, your truth, that place of vision and purpose. And write me. Let me know what comes up for you. I won't bore you with what came up for me, but I'll tell you this much. I cried. I came to that place where I felt the water behind my eyes, and I couldn't believe it. And then all of a sudden, push, like a flood. Like a flood. And it feels really good. I'm not done yet. There'll be more. But at least we're all on track. And I look forward to chatting with you again. Write me and let me know how this works out for you, okay? I really want to hear. So have a great day. Lord bless you in it. Bye.